Okay, let's give it 1 second. Just started the live stream and people should be showing up here pretty soon. Do believe I tweeted it out. I'll give you guys the full rundown in just a moment while we wait for people to show up. But basically, I'm doing a live stream here from the shop. A little different today. I shoot videos on YouTube. In fact, I just hit, I think, like 200 of them. And I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a behind-the-scenes look at how I do that. So let's give it a moment. People are filtering in. I'm making sure everything's been tweeted out. And here we go. Yeah, everything's looking pretty good. While I'm waiting for folks to show up, let's just take a look around the area where I generally do my shooting. I have my camera over there with my sweet iPad holder I just made. And then I usually stand over there by my bench and do my talking at the camera from there. I'll give you a little bit more of an in-depth look while we wait. Once more people have showed up for the live thing. But yeah, hopefully some people. I just decided to do this like 10 minutes ago, so I just sent out a thing. Hopefully you guys jump in here and check it out and ask some cool questions. Until then, I'm going to hear April upstairs squeaking around. All right, cool. People are pouring in now. Pouring in by the tens. All right, everyone. Bill Duran here from Punished Props in the shop. Prop Live this week would have been on Thursday, which, as it were this year, Thursday is both New Year's Day and Christmas Day, so I didn't have one last week. Instead this week, it would be tomorrow, but I'm going to be traveling. I'm going to IkiCon in Austin, Texas. So I won't be able to do one tomorrow, so I was like, I'll just do one today. And then I was like, I'm just going to shoot a video today. And then I was like, aha, idea. I've done a bunch of prep work. I'm going to shoot a video, and I figured you guys can watch along while I do all the shooting. You'll get a look at the process, and you'll also have a chance to ask me any questions about my gear or my setup or whatever. So basically that's it. I'm just gonna shoot a video and you guys get to be a fly on the wall. I'll start, I guess, by pointing out my gear, because people ask me frequently what gear I shoot my videos with. To start with, over here we have my Nikon D7000 camera. It's got a 50mm 1.4 lens on it, which is my favorite little lens to keep on there most of the time. And then I have an iPad on there, and you can see that I've rubber banded it. I just got this app that's a teleprompter, and you just talk at it, and it scrolls automatically. I haven't tried it out yet, so you guys get to watch me sort of problem solve that whole thing. But yeah, I'm going to give it a go, and then hopefully I just have to talk, and the teleprompter will go, and I can get it all in one take. Totally going to happen. So that's my video gear. Audio is done separately. So I have this guy here, this little Tascam DR05, a pretty basic audio recorder. And what is that? 1 second, we already have a question. Matthew wants to know, which app are you using on your iPad or iPad? I will show you once I figure it out here. Unlock. And it's called, okay, the iPad app is called Prompt Smart. And if you look at it on the App Store, you see it's got pretty good reviews. I think it was like $6. But if it works, then awesome. Thank you, Matthew. Okay, back to audio gear. This is the DR05 Tascam audio recorder. It's a fairly basic audio recorder. It has its own microphone on it. It's got a little stand thing there. You can attach it to a tripod. And in the past, I've done that. I'll put it on the tripod and have it just off camera, like, and and then I'll talk and it'll record me. And it sounds great. However, nowadays, I've upgraded. I spent the $8 and got this lavalier mic from Radio Shack. And it's powered. It has a little battery in it. You just turn it on, plug it in, and I clip it, which I'll do right now. I clip it onto whatever I'm wearing. And the audio, and then this, start over. This guy gets plugged into this audio recorder. It has a mic jack on the top of it. And that does a better job of not getting any room noise and just getting my voice. So here we go. I'm gonna wire myself up. Fed my wire the wrong way. Like that. This goes like this. Let's see here. I am not a microphone specialist by any stretch of the imagination, but that'll do it there. Okay, so that goes there. This gets turned on and it's off. So I just turn it on and then I plug it in there. I turn this on. And so this guy's going, and if I hit record once, it'll start telling me the levels so that when I talk, you can see how it bounces up like that. And also you can see that it's not getting any room noise, it just gets my voice. So this guy just goes in my pocket. I just put it in my pocket and I shoot like that. So I'll put it in my pocket for now. I'm not going to start shooting yet. I'm going to show you guys a little bit more about this setup. So we covered the camera and everything. Okay, so let's talk about lights. I do have, you can see over here, just a wall of light. That's a 500-watt studio light thing with a softbox on it. I have two of them. And who's yelling at me? Okay, cool. There's another one hiding back there. I don't think I'm going to need that one today. I'm going to play with some other lights today. I have this guy right here. At some point, I'll do a video about lights. But this guy is just this ring light that's like from an office thing that's really handy. I just point that at my face. And I also got this little guy up there. I think the batteries are dying on it. Let's see here. Yeah, it's not very bright. I'm probably not going to use that. It's an LED panel thing for shooting video. And I got a clamp for it, and it's pretty cool. Like I said, though, I think the batteries are dead, so I'm not going to use it. But everything I have right now should be enough. Let's see. This thing has like a thing that makes it like that. Ta-da. And it's a light. All right. So essentially, I stand where this tripod is. Since I shoot by myself and I don't have a monitor, I don't know if I'm in focus or if I'm in the right spot. So this tripod with a little camera on it is an analog for me. And I set that up and I frame my shot on my camera and I focus it and then I move that. I know, super professional. Move that out of the way, I hit record, and then I go. So I can stand here. And I can see myself in the chat over there. So I think this will probably work just fine. I've shot like this before, so I think it'll work out pretty good. Yeah, yeah. So I'm going to go do the framing and focusing on the camera over here. Let's do that. Turn on the live view on my camera. You can't see that, but it looks pretty good over here. Frame it. I know that where the camera is over there, that's where my head would be, so I make sure that's in focus. It's not. I will often shoot in manual focus for my video to make sure that everything looks as good as it could. And that looks pretty good. So basically now I'm ready to start shooting. I would hit record on there and record on my microphone at the same time and sync those up later on. But I'm nervous you guys are going to watch me talk. So, because why is everybody texting me right now? Usually when I shoot a video, all of the ums and screw ups all get edited out, but you guys get to watch it all live. So that'll be really fun for you, I hope. And you get to see me struggle with this new thing I have for doing dictation. There we go. All right. So again, here we go. This is it's going down. It's gonna happen. You guys get to watch me be my goofy self. All right, we're good to go. That's going to go. Hit record. It's working. Recording audio and video. I clap my hands to be able to sync it later. That should be just fine. And here we go. Hey everyone, it's Bill Duran from Punished Props. Welcome to the shop. Today I want to talk to you about replica prop kits, also known as blank kits, raw kits, unfinished kits, or resin kits. These common prop products can be a really fun and inexpensive way to get your paws onto a very nice finished prop piece. What makes kits so awesome? Well, for starters, they are quite a bit cheaper than a fully finished piece. Since most of the production time would have been put into the finishing process, I'm going to do that again. What makes kits so awesome, you ask? Well, for starters, they are quite a bit cheaper than a fully finished piece, since most of the production time would have been put into the finishing process. Also, since you'll be finishing it yourself, you can customize it to your own taste and needs. I've done several kit builds in the past, like this super fancy Mass Effect rifle that was built by Harrison over at Vulcan Props. I also have some build videos on a couple of other pieces, including this Skyrim steel axe, also from Vulcan. This Dread helmet from David over at Two Story Props. And this Assassin's Creed Tomahawk by my friend Lee over at Bev Studios. Please go check out those videos to get a really great look into what it takes to finish and paint these fantastic resin prop kits. In the last year or so, I've accumulated quite a bit more blank kits, like a lot of them. I'm going to do that again. In the past year or so, this thing is not going. In the past year or so, I've accumulated quite a bit more blank kits, like a lot of them. I am very excited to carve out some time this year to finish all of these and, of course, document the process for you all. Here are some of them in no particular order. Another one from Vulcan. This is the Halo Needler. A Casey Jones mask from my pal Chad over at Hoku Props. A Skyrim dagger, again from David at Two Story Props. An Adventure Time sword from Kevin at Bateau Sai Props. This super rad Inquisitor helmet from Alan Amos Creations. And this Thorn from Eric over at Impact. Props. Links to all of these amazing prop makers, websites, and kit stores will be available in the description down below. So if any of these tickle your fancy, I highly recommend you head on over, check them out. I've also included a list of many other of my scroll. I've also included a list of many of my other amazing prop maker friends' kit stores. You've got to go check them all out because there are some incredible pieces available and you're going to have a blast finishing up a handful of them for yourselves. I sure hope I've whetted your appetite. Scroll. I sure hope I've whetted your appetite for some kit finishing. If you have finished up some of these wonderful projects or something like them, then I want to see it. Shoot me a message over on Twitter, that's @ChinBeard. And thank you so very much for watching this past year. I've had a ton of fun, and I hope you guys have a really amazing new year. See y'all in 2015. Ta-da! There we go. And I can stop recording. Stop and stop. I'm going to really quickly check the footage and make sure that everything looks like it's top notch. About 5 minutes, which is pretty good. All right. Good. And check the audio. Play. No. Usually I check this on my computer, so it doesn't seem to be working. All right. Well, I'll tell you what I'm going to do, you guys. I'm going to bring my laptop here into the office, and you guys can come with me. Start shooting me some questions about whatever you want, but if you have anything to ask about the video making process, then that would be a really good question to ask. So throw that my way. I'm going to turn this off. I don't drop my iPad. For those curious, rubber bands are on the iPad and a stick of wood on this side. And there you go. Super Pro iPad holder. Got my memory card with the video on it, and then the audio is on this guy, and I'll use USB cord to transfer them. So let's go into the shop, or into the office. Hi, April.
Hi, Bill.
Live stream's moving.
Woo, you got a package.
Oh, I got a package. What could it be?
Something large. Look, a big old box.
Really? All right. Well, new plan, live stream. I'm gonna unbox something.
Woo!
And you guys are here to watch it. Oh, this is for you. What's for me? Oh my God.
Yeah, that one.
Oh, yeah. You know what?
What is that?
It's like a pan. It's like kitchen supplies.
Your last one?
No, you guys are watching. This is going down. All right.
Pots and pans.
Pots and pans. This is vital.
Pots and pans and props.
All right.
Oh, I got a fancy box cutter for Christmas. Never so lie.
Cool. All right. Look at this. Deluxe set of 3 whisks. That's right. Living large. 3 whisks. There's more, but I'm not gonna make you guys sit through this. Alrighty. So let's start doing some files and stuff. Let's get some light over here. All right. So this is where I do my editing. I've got my computer there. I've got a couple screens. But you get to look at my face. I can't really do a screen share like this. All right, cool. I don't see a lot of questions coming in, but Nate here, let's grab this one real quick. Nate says, hey, Bill, I'm working on a suit of Titan armor from Destiny. Yes, look at Titan. Ta-da! And I was wondering what is the best way to fill in gaps in foam and how you treat foam so you put Bondo on it. I don't put Bondo. Bondo is rigid, foam is not. And you're gonna have problems when you try and put those together. You could seal the foam a lot with like Epsilon epoxy or something, but I prefer not to. I just try really, really hard to get the the seams to either look good in the first place or to cover them with another piece of foam so you don't see them. That's my goal with those. Good luck with your Titan. Let's see here. I can close that. I don't need to an ad about retirement. Not yet. Got my memory card that goes in the computer. And I open Adobe Premiere is where I do my editing. Actually, first I need to rescue the files. I have, hiding right back there, I've got a an external hard drive where that lives, where all my videos live. Let's go, there it is. I got a videos folder. This is going to be props. I'll make a new folder for that. And we'll call it Kit. Kids. Sure, why not? And then I drag my video over like that. And then this guy, I need a cable for that. USB cable. Goes into that. And that plugs in to this thing. And we turn on storage. Let's see here, we got some questions coming in. This one is from Dan. If you remember a couple live streams ago, I asked a question about ODST armor, and I was beginning my ODST build. I've come very far with it, and I hit a roadblock. How do you attach everything together? Straps, sure, but what brand? Oh my God! You're in luck. I just announced this morning I'll be releasing my ebook all about doing straps on January 12th. I believe it's a Monday, and that'll have all the information in there. But if you want a brand, I really like Strapworks, just strapworks.com. Go check out what they've got. Nylon webbing is what I like to use for my straps. So go see what Strapworks has in a nylon webbing. Let's see, I can eject that. And I should have all my files there. For the most part with this type of video, oh, I shot, you know what? I shot a bunch more video. I need to go grab. I shot a bunch of B-roll before I set up. Basically, I put a bunch of kits there. You heard in the video while I was recording, I was like, hey, check out this thing, but I didn't have it on hand. I shot that video earlier with a different camera, and I need to go get that. So I'll be right back.
I'm gonna take over Bill's stream. No.
That's my house elf, April. I should be able to plug this. Also, part of my prep work was writing that wonderful script that you heard. Usually, I will write, at the very least, an outline for my videos. If you're looking for a great way to make your videos sound like you know what you're talking about, write it all down beforehand, and then and you can even, I've done this before, hold the script in your hand, just off camera, and go blah 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 blah, blah 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 blah, and then just edit out that part in the middle, and you look like a total professional. This goes back where it belongs. I can rescue my microphone. Hopefully, my audio sounds good. I would say if there's something that I struggle the most with, it's audio, because I don't really know what the deal is with the audio. This is my second camera that I have. Again, another D7000 with a 18-200 millimeter lens on it. A little bit more of a, not as not as technically sharp or as fast as, say, that 50 mil I have, but it's got a much wider focal distance, so it can be a little more useful. Mostly the wide end. All right, I have 5 more video files that are all my B-roll. I'm capturing those as well. They're going over, and then I'll be ready to start editing. But until then, more questions. This another one from Matthew. He wants to know suggestions for a good intermediate level camera for photographing finished props and recording video. We got basic cool pics, but I'm hoping to upgrade. I will tell you, if you get just a ton of lights, so even if they're cheap lights like can lights, starting by shooting video with more light than you think you need can make any camera look good. I'll shoot B-roll with my iPhone, and it looks just fine. If you have a ton of lights, you can shoot with your phone. If you want to invest a little bit more, just about any entry-level DSLR shoots video now, and they all look pretty good. Getting a good lens is what's going to really make a difference. So I've got that 50mm lens, which is awesome. It's in the other room. I can put that on any Nikon camera, and it will work. So at some point, I'm going to upgrade from the D7000, but I'm going to keep that lens. So I would recommend getting yourself a good lens and an entry-level DSLR. They have them for like $400 or $500 now, and they're all pretty damn good. Like the DSLR, I spent like I don't know, I think $1,600 on the D300S body like 4 years ago, and then I fell in the ocean with it. Just about every DSLR, entry-level DSLR nowadays is at least as good as that camera body that's in the bottom of the Pacific. All right, let's rescue that memory card. So there you go, Matthew. Go. I like Nikon, but that's just because I've always used Nikon. There we go. I will say this too, though, to add to your indecision. Getting good audio for your video is way more important than getting good video, which is why I need to work on that a little bit more. But that's also why that double audio thing I have with the lavalier mic, that's the thing that's evolved the most in my process, and that's where I've had the most. It's where I've improved the most, let's say. So get good audio. Good pro tip for you there. And again, like that little audio recorder, I think was $100. The lav mic was like $8. $8. It was really cheap. And I'm gonna look right now. Just look on Amazon for digital audio recorder, like Tascam. Let's see what they start at. That guy is $90 right now. Yeah, the Zoom H1 audio recorder is $100. And like I said, you don't even really need that lav mic to start with. But if you shoot like video on your phone and then audio with that thing, and then combine them in post, you're gonna have some really cool results. I think you'll be pleased. All right, let's open up Premiere. Question from Jay. All right, Jay says, now that you have a laser cutter, what would be the next tool you want to get? That's weird because the laser cutter has been my white whale for quite some time, and I finally have it. So I don't know, probably a 3D printer. We'll see. The difference is the money. If I spent the same money I spent on that laser cutter on a 3D printer, I'm not going to get the same level of professional quality out of it. Like I could probably spend, if I wanted a better, like more professional laser cutter, it would only cost me like $10,000. If I wanted a better professional level 3D printer, that would cost me like $100,000. So we'll see. If I get a 3D printer, it's going to be for me to tinker with. I don't know if it's going to be the sort of thing that I am going to be able to build production type stuff off of. But I want to tinker. I want to play with a 3D printer. I went to school for 3D modeling. So I don't know. We'll see. The right one will have to come along before I'm willing to jump in and give it a go. Right now, I'm perfectly happy just 3D modeling stuff and having Shapewave print it because they're really good at it. We got Adobe Premiere here. It's really exciting. For those of you that don't know, I do actually have a very strong background in video editing. Back when I was in high school, we had a really good, I was lucky that we had a really good video production sort of class, including a full TV studio. So I got a lot of that pretty early on. Actually, I need my headphones if I'm editing video so I can hear myself talk. If you guys are wondering what the trick is to editing video when it's you talking and not being weirded out the whole time, pretend it's your twin brother. That's what I do. All right, let's find my video. And so I take the two clips, the audio clip that I shot and the video clip, and in Premiere you can just merge them. And I hit OK. It makes them into one, and it uses the good audio. And then I throw it in there, and I see if it's usable. I have, in the past, done this whole thing and immediately gone, oh, crap, my audio sounds terrible. I need to go do it. I need to turn on my mixer so I can hear myself. So this is kind of what it looks like. There we go. That looks pretty good. And then I'll go in and start editing. But first, I'm going to take more of your guys' questions. Let's see here. Charlie says, thank you for all of your video uploads. They have really helped me a lot on my projects. You're welcome, Charlie. Do you have, thanks to you, I have all the confidence I need to make all the stuff I want, especially armor. Making an ATM Marshall Lee steampunk version right now. Cool, Charlie. Not a question, but awesome. My office is being invaded. All right, here's Eric. He wants to add, don't feel bad. My first DSLR is at the bottom of the Grand Canyon. I want it someday, Eric. You're going to have to tell me that entire story. That sounds like quite a good one. All right. Here we go. This one's from Nate. Hi, Bill. I do a lot of laser cutting at school. What are some of the things you have cut out on your laser engraver? Also, what is the power, speed, and frequency you use to cut all your doily? If you're wondering, I made a little doily. This is muslin cloth, and it's falling apart. You can see anything. There's a very fine line between cutting cloth a little bit and this completely vaporizing it. I don't remember the settings I used for this. It's unlikely I'll do anything like this in the future. However, for engraving, that is. But for cutting, it sure does cut out muslin cloth. Super easy. But as far as some of the other stuff I've cut out, let's move over here. So here's the laser, and like here's a good example of the sort of thing I might cut out. Let's do it like this. This is 1/8" acrylic, and I cut out these Zerg symbols on there. Something like that would be, this is a 45-watt laser, and that would be 3 or 4 passes at 100% power and 50% speed. Same thing with this guy right here. Just more acrylic, and I'm just pointing. Let's do this. There we go. There we go. Acrylic. And there's also some texture on there. I was doing some tests with texture on that guy right there. And then something I learned, something my pal Harrison is really good at. I was cutting out. Why do I keep pointing you guys at the light? Let's do this. Cutting out cork and trying to figure it out. So this, you can see I did something. Yeah, there's Will back there. I did something and then I wrote a note next to it, and then I'm going to keep this piece on hand so I know the next time I'm doing it. I also did the same thing with these engravings on the cork.
Do you want to go to the gas station?
No, I'm good. Thank you. Bye. Very thoughtful of you, Will. Anyway, I did a couple of tests. I wrote it down on the piece, and then I kept this. So the next time I want to do something like this, ta-da, I can check that out. We also have down here, this is some styrene that's got like a coating on it. This is a material they call it laserables. I don't know if it's good for lasers. But I did this Stark Industries logo on there, and it etched the name into the surface, and then I cut it out. So it's got this kind of marble-looking thing with white underneath. It's kind of neat. What else is down here? Lots of acrylic. I have a ton of it on hand, so you can see just different shaped stuff that I've been cutting out and playing with. Ta-da! So that's mostly it. Lots of 1/8 inch and 1/4 inch acrylic. All right, back over here. Thank you, Nate. And there we go. All right. Here's Jay. All right. Have you ever considered doing binaural audio recording for your videos so that those of us who wear headphones feel like they are right there with you? No, not at all, Jay. Sorry. I think that's where you put microphones in your ears pointing out, and you record like you're there. People do this, like they'll do an audio tour of Disneyland, and then you can listen to it and it'll sound like you're right there. You get that sort of Doppler effect of you moving your head and hearing sound more in your right ear than the left ear, this stereo thing. No, I don't know how much that might improve a video, especially if it's mostly me just talking, because then you with headphones will sound like you're me. I don't know if there's any value in that. So no, sorry, Jay. All right. Feel free to throw more questions in there, guys. There aren't any right now. I'm going to keep working on this editing, and I'll turn it around. You can see a little bit of kind of what I do. Right now, I'm just scrubbing through, making sure everything looks kind of fine. I got my headphones on so I can hear it. If there's any parts of the video I think might have been a problem, I just double check them. So here's me showing stuff up or showing stuff off. The other thing I'll do too before I start editing this timeline is I'll change any of the image quality I want to do. So for the entire clip, I'll do video effects, color correction, do a brightness and contrast on it. I can do what else could I do? Not utility. Image control, turn it black and white. And then play with the brightness and contrast. Turn up the brightness a little bit and turn up the contrast a little bit. Like that. And then I delete the black and white. And there we go. And then I'll do, I can do the tint. Just like this. I pick a black. Beep. I pick a white. Beep. And then the tint gets dialed back a little bit. Let's usually do like 20%. And I could go in and do more, but that looks just fine. And sometimes if I'm doing like a process video, like where I'm building something, I'll take all of the process footage, like the B-roll, and I'll edit that down first so that I kind of have these beats I want to hit. But for this one, I'm just going to edit me talking so that all makes sense, and then I'll throw in clips of B-roll where it makes sense. So a lot of times I just beep, cut it like that, and I start just doing that. All I have to do is take this part where I'm talking and cut it up into little bits. Does that make sense? This is where shooting it properly helps a lot, because if you don't have a lot of like, if you're about to start talking, you don't go from one sentence to the next. You take a minute, pause, and then start speaking, so that you have a good point to start editing from. If you don't do that, then you're going to hate yourself later when you're editing. Oh, I also have some other assets I throw in here. So I have like stock audio. If I have bloopers, I have a blooper beep. I have a lower third for myself that gets thrown in there. That's this guy there. Lower third. Doop. And usually that gets changed to be a little smaller. You guys can see. Who's that guy? Oh, it's Bill Duran from Bunch Props. And I'll move that over so that it's not on me. Let's do that. Ta-da! Some assets I got from my pals over at Film Riot. I'll also add music, but usually I'll do that once I've edited most of it together. See here, another question. This one's from Sam. You said you're interested in making more original design props. Are you also interested in making original design armor and helmets? I'm glad you asked that. I really, as you can see, totally into Destiny. I really want to build Titan armor from Destiny. But there isn't any one set of armor that is really speaking to me right now. So I figure what I'll do is I'll pick some pieces that I really like, maybe combine them, then add my own designer flair to it. That way I get the best of both worlds. Something that people can tell is from Destiny. I can go hang out with other Destiny cosplayers. But also I get to have my own creative spin on it, and I get my own personal satisfaction out of that. I haven't really designed any full armor sets for myself from the ground up, but I have been working on sketches and stuff. I try and do these every day if I can. Just different prop sketches, just to keep my creative mind flowing. But I should practice designing some costume pieces as well. Thank you, Sam. All right, back to the video. This is me talking, and for the most part, I just listen and cut and do this. And I just took a huge breath there, so I'm gonna cut that right out. I cut that out. And that's it. That's the entire process. Just cut a thing when I screw up, or when I go here, I'm touching the teleprompter, which worked pretty good, but not great. Screwed up. So I cut that out. Let's see here. That's this whole clip here. I can delete that. All right, let's start over. So I could just do a live video of me editing, but it's going to be really boring to watch. So I think I'm going to end the live stream. But thank you again, everyone, for showing up. I hope everyone goes out and has a really safe and fun New Year's this evening. I think I'm going to be hanging out at home. Woo! Crazy party animal. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this little look into what it is I do when I'm shooting all of these videos for you guys. And look forward to the one I just shot. And then you'll be like, I was there when he shot that. So yes, again, thank you everyone so much. And everybody go have a happy New Year. And I'll see you all in 2015. All right.